Alright, we have a Compaq Presario. This is a M2000. It's from the mid-2000s. It's an older machine. Came out around 2004, 2005-ish. It has a Sopron, AMD Sopron 2800 plus CPU, 1600 megahertz, 256K cache, max RAM 1 gigabyte. I want to say max RAM 1 gigabyte. I'm not totally sure because machines of this era, you would be able to have max of 2 gigabytes. So this has a max of 1 gigabyte. Again, not sure. It has 2 USB ports. Yeah, one is. I'm actually looking on the wrong side here. I'll tell you what. Let's just close the machine here. Close the lid. Gotta flip it over. We have your power adapter, your VGA port. You have a modem jack. You have an internet network jack. USB port. You have your PC card slots. Take a look on the front. Speakers. 2 nice speakers. You have your power indicator light. You have your IDE indicator lights. You have your charging light. Compaq brand. Audio headphone jack. Audio headphone jack and microphone jack. Sorry, microphone jack. Another speaker. Turn the side of it. Again, USB port, DVD-ROM drive, mouse drive, lock for locking the computer, locking the top of it, back of the machine, hinges for the screen. You have your vent for the CPU, and at the bottom, you got your battery, which clean that battery up. Okay, you have your battery area for the CPU, exhaust fan, hard drive bay, your network card, a RAM, network card. You have your stickers for Windows XP. Now we will grab this machine. Grab the machine, flip it over again. Now this Compaq Presario originally will have Windows XP on it. Older operating system, and so what I did was I went ahead and put Windows Vista on this machine. Yes, Windows Vista in 2023. Okay, what can you do with Windows Vista in 2023? Well, you're going to need, because unfortunately I only have 512 megabytes of RAM in this machine, so you will need more RAM to do anything nowadays. This does have a 16 gigahertz processor, but the RAM situation, you're not going to really do that much. And all I had was, laying around 512. I have 256 megabytes of RAM in each slot of the machine. So that will have a total of 512, and if it's a max of 1 gigabyte, what can you really do with that? Nowadays, vintage machine, older machine, taking time to boot, very slow. Mouse for your finger, your mouse pointer, buttons here, control. Let's go ahead and it's loading. Windows Vista Unlimited. Welcome. Go ahead and it should actually the welcome Windows has blocked some startup programs. Yeah, okay, all right. It should actually boot have your welcome screen that Windows Vista has when it comes up. But let's just go to computer, see what we got. Well, actually, what we have. Yeah, so because I told you. So what I wanted to point out was this machine right here. For some reason, when you have a Windows XP and you load a Windows XP or you load Windows 7, what normally happens? You miss drivers. You're missing Wi-Fi drivers. You're missing audio drivers, which I am missing an audio driver. You're missing video card drivers. You're missing drivers. And to my surprise, I'm going to click on system property here. Here it goes. Here. Let's see here. We got like I said, mobile AMD Sopron. Look at that, 2.0 Windows experience. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so basically, when you, I'm gonna go to driver manager. Yes, I want to continue. Okay, loading. Okay, it's loading. I want to show you guys. So you run down the line here. You got everything is there except the multimedia audio controller. And I'm kind of surprised. Again, I'm really surprised at everything. All the devices, all the drawing a blank here. All the drivers are there. And I've never really come across something like that before. You know, I would normally have to put, go on the internet, look for drivers for the audio, the video, etc., etc. And this is definitely kind of a blessing. But again, what can you really do? I'll just go ahead and what can you do with the Windows Vista in 2023? You can go on the internet, or can you? We're going to find out. Clicking on Google. Loading, still loading. Maybe if I had another extra 512 megabytes, maybe the experience would be a little faster. Okay, there's a CPU. Okay, here we go. So what happens with these older machines? Your computer will no longer receive Google Chrome updates because XP and Windows Vista are no longer supported. Of course, we know that, and it's still loading. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and X that out. Your clock is ahead. Okay, so another problem I ran into. Well, it is the right day and time. Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. Another problem you will run into when you have an older machine like this and you're running. This is Windows Vista. You go ahead and try to update the time. Hey, change time. Yes, I want to change time. Alright, loading. Okay. I think what time is it right now? I think it's about. Take a look here. It's about 11:06. Okay, 11:06. All right, so even if you change the time, all right, well, whatever. 11:06. Yeah. All right, 11:06. That's right. Today's the. Yeah, it's the right time. It's the right time. Yeah, I really don't know why. I mean, I'll even try to. Let me just go ahead and go to Yahoo here real quick. Go to Yahoo. Yahoo.com. Alright, I'm going to go to Yahoo.com. Yeah, your connection is not private. Attackers might be trying to steal your information from www. Okay, yes. Even if you go to Advanced, it gives you this information here, security certification. Yeah, I know it's the security certification. Yeah, it's not up to date. Again, the time is right. It is up to date. And then you'll say, well, how come? You'll say, well, did you check the CMOS battery? You got to replace the CMOS battery. Yes, you have to replace the CMOS battery. Or I believe when you go into BIOS, you can just put the right date and time. Yeah, that'll last for a session. Until the power's disconnected and you have to reboot it and there's no power and the CMOS battery's dead and it won't work. But I believe if you have a CMOS battery in this machine, I still think it's going to have this problem. It's going to have this problem of not connecting to the internet. Just an older machine. I don't know when it's not. Google doesn't support it, or Google it doesn't support it anymore. The surfing the web is kind of a dead. It's a dead deal. It doesn't happen with these older machines. It does have a nostalgia factor to it. It does, mid 2000s. It's really a nice condition. It's great. You can play games, update time and now, and forget about going to YouTube. I mean, that's not going to happen. Let's go here. YouTube.com. see what happens. Real quick. All right. I mean, it is, yeah. Again, any page you go to, any other page you go to, you'll have this. Your clock is ahead error. Your clock is ahead error. Does anybody know what this means? Is there any way around this? Is there any way to fix this? You know, will the CMOS battery trick work? Just put a new CMOS battery in the machine, it'll work. Has anybody else experienced this? That's what I would like to know. So if you guys know anything about the CMOS battery issue, or this clock error issue, the browser issue, excuse me, can you leave me a comment at the bottom? I really would appreciate it. Let's go to CPU. I want to show you that real quick too. Loading. There we go. Huh. Yes, allow. Okay. Okay. CPU ID. Loading. Sounds like that's one of those commercials. Okay. Oh, this is the CPU Vintage Edition. Okay, so you know this is the vintage computer AMD Sempron. There it is, mobile AMD Sempron 2800, running at 1600. It doesn't say 16 megahertz, 1600 megahertz, but that's what I think it's running at. Socket 754. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go with graphics. Okay, well. It looks like Press 200M series, Microsoft Corporation. So, yeah, I don't know if that's the... I don't think that's the graphics for this motherboard. I don't think it is. Let's take a look here real quick, because normally you will need to have the graphics card installed. Yeah, see, it does say sleep. And you... Before to sleep, that's all we need to do. Yeah, you can put the computer to sleep. I'm going to show you right now. But there's another problem with these older machines too, and I don't know if it could be a driver issue. You close the lid, and they're going to put the computer to sleep. It's old. And then we'll just open it up again. Oh, didn't work. Didn't work. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say to you guys. You have to push the power button. Yeah, push the power button. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you have to push the power button for this to go to sleep. It's not so much, and it's trying, look at it, look how slow this is. Okay, and it does go to sleep. Okay, logging off. But you can't close the lid on these machines, and that could be, again, is that a driver issue where I don't have the correct video driver? Oh, it's actually shutting down. Okay. So it's not sleeping, it's shutting down. Okay, so again, I don't have the correct video driver for this machine. For that to happen, it did say sleep on there, so maybe it didn't load all the drivers properly. Maybe I was mistaken, and it didn't load all the drivers properly. But again, some of the major drivers on this machine that you have to find are the Wi-Fi driver and the sound driver, and there we go. It did turn off. Okay, so I'm going to push the power button one more time. We'll come back on. It should come back on. It's running on battery. Okay, it comes back on. We'll load into Windows Vista. This machine does take a while. Microsoft Corporation, it is loading. Okay. It is loading. Okay. The machine is an old machine, and if you guys are looking for old machines like I do, I look for old machines, I fix them up. This is kind of a perfect to have in your collection. It's perfect to have in your collection because these machines are becoming more and more rarer, and to find them in good condition like this is another factor that you're looking to do. And to find it in good condition like this is just another piece. It's just another blessing, really, because they're definitely harder to find. And this is really keyboard's not that messed up either, so it's really in good condition. Windows Vista, welcome. Okay, so there is Windows Vista in 2023, my version. So if you guys have a different version, or if you guys are running Windows Vista, or you're running Windows Vista on older machines, can you leave a like down at the bottom for the video? Can you give me a comment about what am I missing? We'll this happen to you when you load Windows Vista on these older machines? No sound? No internet? I really would appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching the video, and take care. See you soon. Bye.